Hello, this is Nerfbird, and we will be taking a look at 5 modification tips for modding any kind of computer, laptop, keyboard, mouse, Nerf gun, whatever. So the first one is do not force things. If you force things, they will break, they will snap, and you will not have a good time. Whatever you're trying to modify, if it's valuable, especially on those, do not force it. Like this, a laptop. Don't try when you're trying to get these open, don't force them. Just don't. It's not worth it, even if you really want to get it apart and you can't, like you strip or screw or something. Do not force it. I can't stress that enough. Well, I definitely stress this thing enough. You can fold it like a sandwich. But that's tip number one. Don't force things. If you feel like you're going too far, you're bending something too far, back off. Don't go any farther. That's tip number one. Tip number two, using the right materials. I can't tell you how many times I've been doing a nice big project and I used the wrong materials on the big project. Like this wrench. I 3D printed it. It took me a while to find the model in Thingiverse. It looks really good. I have my printer all tuned and I can't get it together because I used super glue. This wrench was supposed to be a little impact resistant, but it's still a prop. Well, I used super glue. Super glue is not impact resistant, especially when the force it's going to have a lot of leverage. When you hit it like this, it's going to want to break right here. So, I don't know what was going through my head, but I used super glue. I really should have been using a two-part epoxy, and now the little peg in there is stuck in there. I might have to Dremel it out. But that's tip number two. Use the right materials and really think things through before you put it together, even if you have all the right parts and you think you know how everything works. Think about the properties of like the adhesives and the screws. And yeah, that's tip number two. Tip number three, usability and excitement. So when you're modifying something, like this was a lamp that I wanted to use for a tripod. Well, the usability of it was completely diminished by my excitement to modify something. This one I did when I was like 10 or something. I just want a little tripod. This one's pretty nice. It's very posable. And but the only thing with this is the mounting system. I can't mount anything in that. I'm gonna have to 3D print something and screw it or bolt it on somehow. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I created problems for myself in the future when I didn't think things through. When you're modifying something, think about how it's all gonna work together and yeah, just think things through. Don't rush. Don't get too excited. Because in the end, if you're too excited, that excitement may wear off when you see that what you did is completely just screwed over. Like, I was going to use this for the camera that I'm recording it with right now, but no, I can't because the mount on this is a hook in the back, which is why it's on top of one of my monitors. But that hook can't go onto a rounded surface, so I might need to create a little round thing that slots in, pressure fits with my 3D printer, and then has a square thing that this can latch onto. But that's a prime example. You're creating more work for yourself if you get too excited and you don't know what you're doing. Tip number four, research. If you do your research, you won't get screwed over. I can't tell you how many times I've not done my research, rushed, and then screwed myself over in so many projects. Like with the wrench, I rushed because I was excited. If you do your research, you'll actually know what to expect and you can work better. You can work more efficient, you'll cause less problems for yourself later. This is what these tips are all about. When you do your research, you gain new knowledge. You don't just go straight into something. That's reckless. You shouldn't do that, especially with dangerous materials like this book is just a list of them. If you don't know something, research it. Seriously, don't assume. I found that assuming is most of the world's problems. But yeah, do your research. Help you in the long run. Number 5, patience and taking breaks. We'll start with patience. Let's say you got the wrong screws when you're trying to build a machine or modify that Nerf gun. You got the wrong screws, you can't progress, and you wasted your money. What are you gonna do? You get angry, won't you? You don't want to get angry, you want to be patient. You gotta have the respect that mistakes are gonna happen. You're not gonna avoid them. I've made too many. I've broken apart that laptop frame over there. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I thought ahead when I did that. I didn't think I was going to use that for anything, and to this day I have not. You also got to plan ahead, have patience, plan things out, and it'll be okay. With taking breaks, sometimes taking breaks just let you clear your mind and you'll look at it different. You'll look at your projects different. When you're looking at your projects the same way for, I don't know, what do you say, like 10 hours straight of trying to build a machine and you don't look at it any different ways. That's the definition of insanity. You don't want to go insane. So I suggest taking breaks every couple hours when building something, just so you don't get angry, you don't go insane. That's about it. Thank you very much for watching. This has been the Nerf Bird, and now the Nerf Bird signing off.